Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to just the first episode. So, I'm a little sick here. So, what we got here is we got a little bit of gin ramen here that we're gonna be making with a little bit of spam, right? You gotta get that spam, right? If you're Asian, you really gotta get that spam. And, you know, pretty much Kim, which is seaweed brand. It's just to show you what it is. It's just small little seaweeds, basically. So we're gonna be basically cooking what I want to call, what do we call this? Like it's my own special specific ramen recipes, not anything. It's kind of like when you make fried rice, you kind of go inside the fridge and you're like just getting crap out of there, right? So like we're gonna be looking inside the fridge. Hey, the fridge isn't too pretty right now, right? But we're just going for what's in here, just kind of going for the leftovers, right? Because like fried rice is like literally what was kind of left over inside the fridge, and that's kind of what they go for. So that's what we're gonna start doing. Let's go. This is what we got so far. So I like to cook everything just basically inside the frying pan. I don't know why. I got on this like maybe like about 2 months ago. Realized that it's easier to cook ramen inside a frying pan for some reason. It's just I get a kick out of it every single time. It's like an higher open surface area. I think it's easier to cook, more or less. But so that's kind of what we're doing here. Putting that in, just put the noodles in right there, and go put the vegetable mix in, right? Let that cook for a little bit. Comes with a soup base too. On the soup base, just leave it alone. Pop that in later. And I'm gonna be mixing a bunch of stuff. I like to mix stuff inside my ramen, right? So, cutting board. We're gonna add a little bit of spam into it. Okay. This is like a quick hack. If most of you guys don't know, the reason I put in the seaweed is because a lot of times, like you can put seaweed in for the flavoring on the soup base, right? I just put it in because I'm kind of lazy to just get actual seaweed from the store and make it like a soup. This is like an instant hack I kind of found over the years, and that just converts it into seaweed, basically. Because essentially cooking all the bases, like all the bases are always all the same, right? So basically cooking, popping in seaweed, and ends up turning it into actual seaweed. Like who I would have known, right? But hell, like it's one of those things. And then putting in the meat for just here, putting in the spam, and the spam will put in some of that meat flavor. I know like everyone's like horrified of spam, but like you gotta get it there. It's like instant meals, right? I mean, not really instant, but quick and fast and easy, which is one of those things about these meals, almost. So I'm not gonna use all of it, but obviously. But so here, so you see me cooking. All right, just cut them up. Knife skills aren't exactly the best, but over the years, made it work. Just 20. Not exactly the prettiest, but gets the job done. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna put in the spam. Alright. I think that's enough, right? Put a little bit less of the chunks in. So, chopsticks, start breaking it apart, flipping it over. Got your ramen, it's starting to cook. Alright. See how the seaweed's kind of changing a little bit and it's making it into seaweed? Alright, you can break it apart. It's all edible, so end of the day it cooks. And then, so this is the part I like, right? So it's cooking, but this is kind of like the part I like, which is, ow, you go into the fridge, kind of look at what you got, right? On a day where you want something quick and fast, right? So this is what we're gonna be making, right? I got some leftover. They call this choganjang, which is like basically dipping sauce, soy sauce. It's already pre-made already from the restaurant. It has sesame oil. It really has sesame oil, green onions, red pepper, soy sauce, and a little bit of changiram, which is sesame oil, right? So I'm gonna use that for flavoring. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, good old fashioned kimchi right here, right? It's kind of left over, and then you got some scallions left over that's already chopped up. So tossing it in. Let's see what else we can add in. Oh, dude. And we kind of got one more egg. Don't be asking me what that potato, like that pickle thing is. My sister's doing something where I think it's fermenting, which is, I have no idea what it is. Maybe it might be like rice wine or something like that, but it doesn't exactly look like the best. But hell, like sister knows how to like ferment, you know. So I mean, sister knows how to like cook stuff. So hell, who knows? Which is, we're lucky, you know. Got one egg left, so we're gonna toss that egg in too. All right, so I'm gonna start with the soy sauce. Add it in. It's gonna put the soy sauce, red peppers, gives that kick, right? It's one of those things where if you kind of know the base ingredients of stuff, then you kind of know how to work it, and that's kind of where we're kind of headed to right now, right? I like this. See how it's like it's almost already cooked all the way through, almost in a sense. I might add a little bit more water, but just so that's cooking. All right, so of course you got your kimchi. I'm gonna toss in there. This is kind of old, so it's a little bit more sour. Gonna add in some of the sauce, which is like the juices from the cabbage, and also like it has like properties like it's salt, garlic in there, so you get the garlic kick with the red pepper kick. I find it amazing, right? What else you got right here? So and just kicking it in, we're gonna save the egg for last, but put a little bit of scallions in, dump the scallions in, right? Let's dump it all. Cook scallions. So it's cooking. So, like, you know, there's this thing, like, it looks kind of like purichiga at this moment, you know? Reduce the heat a little bit, just because of that. So this is, I don't know, like, everyone has their own way of doing this, right? Love that, born to be mild, man. So, here, putting that in. With the meat and stuff, it's taking a little bit longer to cook right there. So we're gonna go mix it all up, right? So that's what it is right there. And I'm gonna add the egg in now. Right? Ah, look at that, dude. Look at that. It's coming along. This is like, I got on this weird thing about like frying pans and ramen. It's just, the surface area is so much bigger, right? So I you know, the thing about eggs is like people have different methods on it. Like some people like it cooked all the way. Some people like it cooking in the soup while like they're eating it. I mean, right before they eat it, so it's still like soft and cooking. It just like everyone has their own way of how they want their eggs, right? So like some people like it over easy, over hard, sunny side up, you know, poached, all that stuff. I like it like a little bit less well done, and that's kind of where it kicks at. But essentially, that's what it is. Look at that, dude. All right, so that's my ramen recipe that we're coming along with this. For this one, like sometimes you can add milk in to make it a little bit lighter, and make it creamier, kind of like, you know, what do you call that? Like that type of pasta, like Alfredo type pasta. But I mean, that's been the thing. They call it like rosé type of thing, right? Or like rosé pasta and stuff like that. But essentially, man, just trying to keep it simple today. And essentially, that's what it comes out to, man. Look at that. Holy jeez, that looks amazing, right? So it's pretty much almost about done right now. And that's kind of my little ramen hack that we're doing for today. And we're gonna go and we're gonna try to finish it, plate it, and eat it. Let's see how it goes. So let's play it. You gotta go with the traditional ceramics. I'm gonna turn it off because it's about pretty much about done now at this point, right? Woohoo! Gets me excited every single time. You know, when you see this, I love it. You know, look at that, dude. So the thing about ramen is, if you let it sit too long, like if you let it sit too long, too quick, then it turns into like basically that. But like if you put it in too long, it's like noodles. You know, like if the noodles go in and stay in there too long, then it turns into like, you know, it soaks up all the juices. So they call it buroso. I don't know how to call it in English, but essentially that's kind of what happens. So most of the things with ramen, you want to like finish it, like eat it as fast as possible, right? So that's kind of what it turns into, dude, right? And we're gonna try to like eat that and see how that looks. Oh my god, that looks amazing, right? Look at that. It's funny, I'm using medical gloves to make ramen, which is pretty funny. But alright, so let's try to eat this. Alright, so that's what we got. Love this. It's already been sitting for a little bit too long right there. So it's kind of souping, you know, kind of soaking up a little bit, but let's try it. Let's see how it goes. Love it. Dude, I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. Oh my god. Oh, this is so amazing. So really hot, you know? Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Love it. Love it. Oh my god. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna go finish this before it like soaks up a little more.